So in Japan, the job of a chef is legally protected. So you're not allowed to call yourself a chef or cook or actually anything that's even close to being mistaken for something like that. But it has like no real legal repercussions if you want to. So you can work in any kitchen, no problem. But you can never call yourself a chef. Like even if you work there for 50 years, but you never got a chef's license, you're not allowed to call yourself a chef.
So you need to get a specific license.
Yeah.
And is this a license you get as a certification of your skill, or is it something you apply for at an...
No, you have to take an exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So only someone who passes a specific exam can call himself a chef in Japan.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop you from working in a kitchen. So it kind of depends what you want.
Is this an exam that's also specific on the type of cooking you do, or just like a general knowledge?
It's a general knowledge exam. More about like laws and hygiene practices and stuff. Yeah.
And is there any, I know some countries, for example, have, in terms of hygiene especially, requirements for like you need to have this and this license, to have a certain level of knowledge of how to clean, disinfect, prepare food before you're allowed to work in a restaurant. Is this the case in Japan? Or?
Not for working there, but if you want to open your own place, you have to have some licenses. Yeah, like hygienist, for example.
So if someone now listening to this podcast and our conversation has been thinking or is considering or suddenly wants to also go to a Japanese culinary school, or maybe start working straight in a hotel in Japan, or not hotel, restaurant, what kind of advice would you like to give them? What should they be prepared for?
Yeah, do it, first of all. Yeah, more people should know about Japanese cuisine. If you want to go to culinary school, you have to have a certain level of Japanese, unfortunately. There are no English-speaking schools as of yet. So you have to have the N2 or higher. If you just want to work in a Japanese kitchen, I guess that's easier. I would recommend you have to stay a year at least, better 2. And anything shorter than a year doesn't really make sense because Japanese is like cuisine is so seasonal. So if you just stay for 2-3 months, you're gonna see like 1 or 2 menus, right? And how it's done. But in reality, you're gonna have at least 12. And if you like count in that the New Year's menu is a little bit different, so maybe you have like more 14 or 15 different menus that you should know. So I guess staying a year minimum is a good idea. And realistically, I'd recommend staying 2 years. Because for me personally, it took me 1 year to even know what I don't know, you know? So, like first year to just like get into the matter and kind of realize what you don't know, and then take a second year to actually learn all the stuff that you saw for the first time in the first year.